And joining us now exclusively from Los Angeles is Lindsay's father, Michael Lohan. Mr. Lohan, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing just fine, sir. Your daughter is accused by this now former worker of assault and apparently drinking. I know you have spoken with Lindsay. Are these charges true at all?
Absolutely not. I've been with Lindsay from the beginning of this. I've seen how it's twisted and turned. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know how this kind of a thing can happen and be twisted the way it has. Listen, I know it does. It happens inside of a rehab, but for it to be made public like this and made into something it's not, it's not. It's very trying on Lindsay, and I'm very disturbed by it.
Your daughter is scheduled to leave rehab next month. How concerned are you that this latest incident will mean that she's actually going to go to jail for 6 months?
Well, I know I have a lot of confidence in Sean Chapman Holly and in God, and I know the truth will come out. I know that. I mean, even on Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew or In a Better Tomorrow, the program I work with, it would have been handled differently. I do give Betty Ford a lot of credit for helping my daughter. She's made a 180-degree turn. She's doing extremely well. She's healthy. She has more clarity than I've seen in a long, long time. It's just, you know, it's very hard for her to deal with this type of thing. If Lindsay's wrong, I'll say it and I'll tell her. But when she's right, I will stand behind her 100%, and I'll go to the end for her, and she's right.
You know, I read one interview. Excuse me, I just want to ask you this. I read one interview where you said your daughter is struggling. What do you mean by that exactly?
Struggling with all these things that she has to go through. When you're in recovery and you're going through this process, you don't need the stress put on you like she has while she's inside of a program. This should have never gotten out. She shouldn't be. I mean, it's ridiculous because it wasn't the truth. I was there. I heard it. Lindsay did not. How can you smell alcohol on someone's breath when they weren't drinking? She tested negative when she took the breathalyzer. Lindsay did not. The woman grabbed her arm and she tried to get her to take a breathalyzer, and Lindsay said, "Let go of me," and pushed her away. But she did submit to it. Lindsay called the police. She didn't call the police. Miss Holland didn't call the police.
I know you and your daughter, Mr. Lohan, have had a rocky relationship in the past.
Yeah.
How would you describe that relationship now?
Oh, stronger than ever. You have to understand something, too, and I understand the distance between Lindsay and I when things were happening and when she was in the place she was before. I'm not the type of person to give candy to a baby. When someone does something wrong, I'll say it. When someone lies, I will call them out on it. And this is my daughter, and I'm a father first, and I wanted to put her in her place, and I wanted her to understand that nothing's gonna, as long as you tell the truth and you live by the truth, things will work out. And that's why I know this will work out for Lindsay. I have a lot of faith in Sean.
I understand. That's her attorney, correct?
Yes, yes.
It is hard for many of us to remember, actually, that she's only 24 years old. How optimistic are you that she's going to be able to someday put this behind her and have a successful acting career again?
Oh, well, you know, addiction goes far deeper than just drinking and alcohol. You can never put all of this stuff behind you. It'll always be there. It's something that we have to battle, and I say we because I do too, every single day of our lives. It's a disease. It's just like someone having cancer or heart disease, and that's the sad part because people beat people up when they have a drinking or alcohol, a gambling or sex problem. But at the same time, do they do that to people with cancer? No. Lindsay has a disease, and she's beating it, she's fighting it, and there's no cure for it, but she has all of the tools she needs to live with it and get better and better.
Lindsay's expected to go back to court early next year. What's the best that you hope to get from that hearing?
You know what? Whatever's best for Lindsay, whatever the judge thinks is best, whatever her lawyer thinks is best, and whatever God thinks is best. I don't know what the answer is. I don't have the answers. I just rely on the people that are in power in this case, and in power in Lindsay's life. I want to be there to guide her and advise her. I hope she takes my advice from here on in when she didn't in the past. You saw what happened when she did. Only the best came out of it. You know, for 16, 17 years of her life, when her mother and I were together, you didn't see any problems like this. It was after the divorce, and it's unfortunate. But I hope Dina gets on the same page with me, and we can both be there for Lindsay.
Okay. Michael Lohan joining us from Los Angeles this morning.